Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic. Why do people have so much blind faith in religion and their God despite the lack of logical proof? It's a question with deep roots in the human psyche, touching upon our innate curiosity about the universe, our yearning for meaning and purpose, and our complex relationship with the unknown. Throughout history, across cultures, the vast majority of humans have embraced some form of spiritual belief. Why? What drives this profound need for faith? Let's explore the psychological, cultural, and social factors behind this phenomenon. From the moment we gain consciousness, we humans begin questioning our place in the universe. We look up at the stars, those distant suns scattered across the cosmos, and we wonder, why are we here? What is the purpose of our existence? Religion, for many, provides a comforting set of answers to these profound existential questions. It offers a framework for understanding our place in the grand scheme of things, a cosmic narrative that gives meaning to our fleeting time on this planet. Think about it. The vastness of space is awe-inspiring, but it can also be terrifyingly indifferent. Religion, on the other hand, often presents a universe where we are not alone, where a divine intelligence cares about our fate, and where our actions have eternal significance. This sense of purpose, of being part of something larger than ourselves, can be incredibly powerful. It can inspire great acts of love, compassion, and selflessness. It can also, of course, lead to conflict and division. But the underlying need for meaning remains a fundamental driver of human belief. Let's face it, death is the ultimate unknown. It's the one cosmic mystery science hasn't fully unraveled, and for many, that lack of knowledge is a source of deep-seated anxiety. Religion, however, often steps in to fill this existential void. The promise of an afterlife, of a realm beyond our earthly existence, can be profoundly comforting. It suggests that death is not the end, but rather a transition to a different state of being. This belief can provide solace in the face of grief and loss. It can also motivate people to live more virtuous lives, hoping to secure a favorable position in the afterlife. The fear of divine judgment, of facing consequences for our actions in this life, can serve as a powerful motivator for ethical behavior. Of course, the specifics of the afterlife vary widely across religions. Some envision a paradise of eternal bliss, while others describe a more complex system of rewards and punishments. But the underlying appeal remains the same, a way to cope with the inevitability of death and find solace in the face of the unknown. For many, religious belief is not so much a conscious choice as it is an inherited trait. We are born into families and communities where faith is deeply ingrained, passed down through generations like cultural DNA. From our earliest childhood, we are exposed to religious rituals, stories, and values. We learn to pray, to sing hymns, to find comfort and guidance in sacred texts. Religion becomes interwoven with our personal and collective identities, shaping our worldview and influencing our values. This cultural transmission of belief is incredibly powerful. It creates a sense of belonging, of shared identity and purpose. It provides a framework for understanding the world and our place within it. And it often comes with a built-in social network, a community of fellow believers who offer support, guidance, and a sense of belonging. For many, questioning their inherited faith would be akin to questioning their own family or culture. It would mean challenging deeply held beliefs that have shaped their entire lives. Chapter 4. Order in the Chaos. Religion as social glue. Societies, like the universe itself, often seem to crave order. We seek rules, guidelines, and principles to navigate the complexities of human interaction. And religion, throughout history, has played a pivotal role in establishing moral codes and fostering social cohesion. Many religions offer a set of ethical precepts, commandments, or guidelines for living a virtuous life. These codes often emphasize values like compassion, honesty, justice, and selflessness. They provide a framework for resolving disputes, promoting cooperation, and building a more just and harmonious society. Think about the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, or the Eightfold Path. These ethical frameworks, while originating from different religious traditions, share a common thread. They encourage individuals to act in ways that benefit both themselves and the larger community. This emphasis on moral behavior, on considering the well-being of others, has undoubtedly contributed to the stability and flourishing of countless societies throughout history. Chapter 5. Cosmic Security Blanket. Finding comfort in divine protection. Life, as we all know, can be unpredictable and often downright unfair. We face challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties that can shake us to our core. And in those moments of doubt, fear, and despair, many find solace in the belief of a benevolent higher power watching over them. The idea of a loving God who cares about our well-being, who listens to our prayers, and who offers guidance and protection can be incredibly comforting during times of crisis. It provides a sense of hope, a belief that we are not alone in our struggles, and that even in the darkest of times, a divine light shines upon us. This belief in divine protection can manifest in various ways. Some find comfort in prayer, believing that their pleas are heard and answered by a higher power. Others find strength in religious rituals, finding solace and reassurance in the familiar cadence of ancient traditions. Regardless of the specific expression, the underlying need remains the same: a desire for comfort, security, and a sense that someone, something, is looking out for us in a world often defined by chaos and uncertainty. Chapter 6. Confirmation Bias. Seeking proof. Finding comfort. Humans are remarkably adept at finding evidence to support their existing beliefs, even when those beliefs might be based on shaky ground. This tendency, known as confirmation bias, plays a significant role in perpetuating religious faith. Think about it. If you believe wholeheartedly in the power of prayer, you're more likely to attribute positive outcomes in your life to divine intervention. Conversely, you might rationalize negative experiences as tests of faith or part of a larger, unknowable plan. This selective interpretation of evidence isn't limited to religion, of course. It's a fundamental aspect of human cognition, influencing everything from our political views to our taste in music. But in the realm of faith, where empirical proof is often elusive, confirmation bias can be particularly powerful. We seek out information, stories, and experiences that reinforce our existing beliefs, while often dismissing or downplaying evidence that challenges our worldview. This creates a self-perpetuating cycle of belief, where faith is strengthened not by objective proof, but by the subjective interpretation of events. Throughout history, people from all walks of life, across cultures and religions, have reported profound experiences that defy rational explanation. These mystical experiences, often characterized by feelings of transcendence, unity, or a direct connection with a higher power, can be deeply transformative. Imagine a moment of intense awe and wonder, a feeling of being enveloped by a love so vast, so profound, that it transcends the boundaries of language and logic. For those who have experienced such states, these mystical encounters can be profoundly real, more vivid and visceral than everyday reality. These experiences often solidify religious belief, providing what feels like irrefutable proof of the divine. After all, how can one deny the reality of such a profound, life-altering encounter, even if it defies scientific explanation? While neuroscientists continue to explore the biological underpinnings of these mystical states, attributing them to altered brain activity or shifts in consciousness, the subjective impact of these experiences remains undeniable. For many, they are not mere neurological events, but rather glimpses into a deeper, more profound reality. Chapter 8: God of the Gaps. Filling the void of the unknown. The universe is full of mysteries, phenomena that continue to baffle even our most brilliant minds. And in the absence of definitive scientific explanations, many people turn to religion to fill these gaps in our understanding. This tendency, often referred to as the God of the Gaps argument, attributes unexplained events or natural phenomena to the actions of a divine being. If science can't explain it, the logic goes, then it must be the work of God. Throughout history, this line of reasoning has been used to explain everything from the origin of the universe to the complexity of life itself. As science has advanced, however, the gaps in our knowledge have shrunk, leaving less room for supernatural explanations. Yet the God of the gaps persists, often retreating to the frontiers of our understanding. Where science stumbles, faith often rushes in to provide an alternative explanation, a way of finding meaning and order in a world that can often feel random and chaotic. Chapter 9: Faith as a Virtue. Believing without seeing. In many religious traditions, faith itself is considered a virtue, a testament to one's devotion and trust in a higher power. Doubting, questioning, or demanding proof is often seen as a sign of weakness, a lack of spiritual maturity. This emphasis on blind faith, on believing without requiring empirical evidence, is a powerful force for maintaining religious belief. It creates a system where faith is its own reward, where the act of believing, of surrendering to a higher power, is considered more important than seeking tangible proof. This perspective often creates a dichotomy between faith and reason, suggesting that they are incompatible ways of understanding the world. To have faith, one must abandon the need for logical explanation, embracing the mystery and accepting the unknowable. While this perspective can be challenging for those who value critical thinking and evidence-based reasoning, it's important to remember that faith, for many, is not about logic or proof. It's about finding comfort, meaning, and a sense of connection with something larger than themselves. Chapter 10: Hardwired for God, the Evolutionary Perspective. Could it be that our brains are wired for religious belief? Some evolutionary psychologists and anthropologists believe so, arguing that our capacity for faith is not a bug in our mental software, but rather a feature that provided an evolutionary advantage to our ancestors. Imagine early humans living in a world they barely understood, facing dangers they couldn't explain. In such an environment, attributing natural phenomena to the actions of unseen agents, of gods or spirits, might have offered a sense of control, a way of making sense of a chaotic and unpredictable world. This belief in supernatural beings, however irrational it might seem to our modern minds, could have had tangible benefits. It might have fostered cooperation within groups, strengthened social bonds, and provided comfort in the face of danger. Furthermore, the rituals and ceremonies that often accompany religious belief might have served to reduce stress, promote social cohesion, and reinforce group identity. All factors that could have contributed to the survival and reproductive success of our ancestors. While the evolutionary perspective on religion is complex and still debated, it offers a fascinating glimpse into the deep roots of human belief, suggesting that our capacity for faith might be as much a part of our nature as our ability to reason or our instinct for survival. Outro. Keep questioning. So, why do people have blind faith? As we've explored, the answer is far from simple. It's a tapestry woven from our deep-seated psychological needs, our cultural conditioning, our yearning for meaning, and perhaps even our evolutionary history. Religion, for all its complexities and contradictions, offers something that science alone cannot: a sense of purpose, a framework for morality, and the comfort of believing in something larger than ourselves. Whether or not one accepts these beliefs, understanding the human need that drives them is crucial in a world often divided by differing faiths. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks.